Oh gosh.
Wah!
Mordona is a not
It's
safe place.
when you jump off those buildings and break your kneecaps.
Everyone's inside the rise and someone's like, what was that sound?
Alright, I got those linkety links up. Let's see. I don't quite have it loaded. There we go. Now I'm in the chat. Hopefully I'll stay in the chat. Okay, is this inside the Rising Stones?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta actually click on this door. How inconvenient. Entrance to the Solar. Menphilia, how's the kids? By kids I mean Alf, you know?
It's like everyone has crippling depression right now.
Even Alf, you know, just... he can't be appeased with just the icy blue crayon we got him. Doesn't feel it anymore.
Like I had a
Alfino's been
drawing
like...
for Moon Brita, now I can't give it to her.
It's like the icy blue was for her hair. I like to believe when he sends out reports to all the Crystal Braves, they're all written in crayon, and then he's like, my battle plan.
And it's like, you know how little kids draw like their E's and they go backwards?
This kid has a university degree.
I mean,
No,
that sounds about right, to be honest.
I bet he has one of those hand lettering YouTube channels. I bet he has like Eorzean script down pat, but it's all in crayon. It's just written in crayon. He's just like, here, Ilberd, please take this to the fourth. All right.
Like, but it just says Dear Ilbert, and it's a picture of a butt. And Elber's like, no, that's a picture of you and me at the Scions headquarters.
And here we're holding hands because we're good friends.
And I'm scared to go by myself.
Warrior of Light is here so that I can have emotional support.
He's like, what's that orange thing? He's like, that's Alize. We don't talk about that.
She's off doing Binding Coil of Bahamut or whatever that is. I'm doing important stuff.
He's like, what?
Oh, it's just Bahamut, you know, waking up from the dead again. It's nothing important.
Ilbert just has flashbacks of Alamigo. It's like airship.
Man, where is Sid?
I think he's still. I think at this point he's still like studying the Crystal Tower. I think
He's still like taking readings. Like, yep, it's still close.
Nero's
day.
still a bitch.
You can't even find him. He's gone AWOL. They're like, Where do you think Nero even went between now and like 2 games from now? Because it's just like,
He's just doing the Moonfire event.
It's like you don't know anyone else in Eorzea. Like, people who are going to willingly harbor an ex-Garlean general.
He's like in the Black Shroud with like a sock puppet, and it's Sid. He's like, now what do I do? And he's like, you should get the sticky! It's like losing his mind in the shroud.
It's like, Nero, what are your plans? Like, you don't know anybody else. You don't have any friends. You can't go back to Garlemald.
He's like, I can make my own dating app.
Oh, that's what he made. He made Eorzean Grinder. That's what he's doing.
Oh god. And so it's like, wow, have you guys heard of this app I joined? I don't know who made it, but it's great.
He's just made a further enemy of Ziyaya. She's like, Grinder to Eorzea, you've doomed us all.
It starts the eighth Eighth umbral calamity.
Calamity.
Oh boy. Alright. Miss
We're ready.
Ophelia, how are you doing after you watched one of your best friends just die right in front of your office? Right in front of your potato salad, no less.
As we're joking about Grinder in front of you.
Oh, Mask of Grief. Minfilia has a request to make of you to stop talking about that dating app.
Stop talking about Eorzean dating apps.
Have you two have a moment? I believe Ida wished a word with you guys.
What does Ida want?
Yeah,
Ida never talks to us.
what does she even do here?
She just does squats.
I should consider a personal favor if you lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles.
Oh yeah, she thought Moonbrita was like a sister to her. Oops.
Oopsie.
What does she want to talk to us about?
She has not been herself since Moonbrita's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast.
She's got Papalimo.
Yeah, I think that's why Minfilia wants us to talk to her.
She's like, her only other friend is Papalimo, and that should already explain itself.
How dare you, Ida, for talking about missing people? How have you know you should not miss people?
I think, yeah, they're all in the same depressing spot. They're all, spread out, okay, this is my depression corner. You gotta go claim another spot for yourself.
I just like how Papalium was, all the way over there.
These guys are champs at socially distancing, though. This is good. You guys are...
People should learn from them.
Alright, let's talk to
Hey,
you.
what up, Ida? I can tell you're down.
Hold on. Gotta clear my voice for her. Alright. Hey! It's Yaya and her butler Larks. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just so hard, you know? I mean, I even did 50 squats, and it didn't even cheer me up. The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I've decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times. And, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. It's an IOU. I'm actually pretty broke. That's why I don't want to look Rowena in the face. Okay. So, thanks! Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you. And the daisy at Refrost. Rowena opens, it's just a picture of a butt, and there's, I think, poop coming out the butt.
And it says, I owe you.
This is a running theme that the Scions just draw pictures of butts and send it
Butts and bubble baths.
They draw pictures of butts and give it to each other, and they draw pictures of butts and give it to other people.
And you know what's funny? It's it's not too far from that, to be honest.
They're like, sir, a missive, and they're like, what is it? It's a picture of a butt. Oh, it must be from the Scions. Give it here.
They're like, a picture of a butt. Give that here to me. Oh no, everything's in trouble.
You see, I can tell by the fact that this butt is wielding a sword and a shield. It means we must call ourselves to arms because the Amalja are on the way.
They're like, how can you tell? I'm like, clearly you have not seen an Amalja butt before.
That is clearly. Do you see how scaly it is?
Oh, that reminds me. I don't know why that reminds me. But I should have Midgard's Merminion out. I don't know why that conversation should make me remind myself of that, but... Well, hey,
McArthur is like, what is this? Pictures of butts.
back in my day, we used husks of corn to talk to one another.
Alright, who wants to be Devil Lady?
What can I do for you today, adventurer? No, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know what kind of voice she'd have. What sounds
It would
like
have it would have to be very sultry.
What's the devil sound like?
Call me when you want. Call me when you need.
Little Nass, we need you. Okay. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade?
No, I have a picture of a butt.
It's this picture of a... How dare you? They've got you running errands now. Them Scions really don't know how to make the most of your talents, do they? Sending the savior of Aors to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though. You best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it that you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here, then, take it. And tell that Ida lass, I've got a wide selection of headgear in stock if she ever decides to replace that Dodriel mask of hers. God knows she needs to.
Right.
Based on the writing, I don't remember her being so draw-like. She sounds Lamenson. I bet she comes from Lamensa.
Is it this way? Everything's so cloudy.
At least it's not gasoline weather.
Good old
gasoline. The two prominent weather patterns of Mordona is foggy, so that you can't see more than 10 feet in front of you, or gasoline.
That pretty much sums up Realmborn. It's either cloudy or gassy.
We're gonna go to Ishgard, and it's like there's two weather. It's gonna be cloudy or snowing, and it's gonna be snowing again. Oh, and then when it's not just snowing, it's gonna be blizzards. So there's snowing and then there's blizzard.
In the ice, like a blizzard.
Like today's weather is snow, followed by even more snow than there was an hour ago. Rowena can be so annoying.
Preach.
She says my mask is ugly. Well, I think her whole personality is ugly.
Correct.
She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine this way, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So, anyway, let's see it. I've never seen a moon daisy before. She could just give me any daisy, and I don't think I know the difference.
Moon daisies are often hung to rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during daylight hours. Well, luckily it's 9:20 in the morning, so that kind of makes sense.
Really early. Got the most daylight out of it. Then Brita loved these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
Aww.
I'm now going to transport you to its cutscene.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Midgard Smart, can you just like... Can you just let us have a moment?
He's like, no. Oh. Man, would love to see what's happening in the sky right now.
It's foggy out. We can't see what's going on.
Oh, there they are. Oh.
Is that what I think it is?
There we go.
I was like, wait a minute, is the fog overshadowing the cutscene?
Oh,
Hello.
of course
Can you
Alfie
hear
has
me?
to call us.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
I thought I had this number blocked.
So yeah, he's like, oh, I have it blocked. I gave you my old link pearl, so now you got the number.
The ringtone for Alfino was like the Kim Possible theme song.
Beep, beep, beep.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. Alfino Levio.
Sings that to himself. Doesn't think that anybody hears him in the Rising Stones, but they're like, yeah, we know his little theme
It's like,
song.
oh, he's watching Disney Channel again. And now I play the waiting game. Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, he's like,
Well, you got in.
I have the superior PlayStation, so... She just laughs and closes the door in Marcus's face.
She's like, I thought you were gonna go in. What happened? She locks the door. And Edith sits back down in her chair. Okay, well, I guess she's not worried about what happened.
She's gotta go back to her socially distanced, depression circle.
Julia, do you have anything to say? We shall press onwards as we always have. I will not squander the sacrifices of our fallen friends by sunder into a paralysis born of fear. Okay, looks like you found your resolve. That's good. What a boy.
My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbria's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us with little time to mourn. The envoy from Coerthis will soon arrive. I believe her name is Tactor Knight. I never caught her name. We must hasten to hear her report.
Okay.
And I'll just give you these thanks and cross my arms over here.
Defend us for Ishgard. Alfino awaits the arrival of the Ishgardian envoy, who he thinks the name is Tactor Knight.
And their Ishgard names are really weird. The envoy is here. We're all looking at her right now. She's here. I would thank you for receiving me in such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may.
Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians?
Yes, I think they were through the fog. I couldn't see very well. Aye. The dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago. The battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Aymeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do, though it pricks our pride. We don't like opening our gates to just anyone. It's plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Amric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Amric's like, we need that 16-year-old stat! Very well. I shall depart for Coerthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. Is it with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request? The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Please help us, even though we've never come to your aid, not even once.
Yeah, that's kind of, to be honest, it's kind of like a slap to the face to the other three ones, because, like, if I was them, I'd be like, no. No, I will not.
Ishgard's like, well, crap. We're in danger.
Like,
Who can we call upon?
I knew we should have sent that pigeon earlier. Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. They're kind of mad at you guys, you know.
You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea would be received.
1.0.
But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising.
I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard.
That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Amric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. The Pope is like, alright, I guess we'll ask for help. Which brings me to my final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light, and other Warrior of Light that's hiding in that pot. I'm not quite sure about your Lollapalooza for there, but...
She does that, it's okay.
So you guys like, you can't bring me back to Coerthus, no!
Honey, you got a big storm coming.
The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. I believe he gave you his number a while back, so... there's that. You faced Midgardsamur and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe.
I don't feel like I survived. I feel like I'm just, like, in limbo.
I don't know anything about what happened between you and Midgardsamur, but you're still standing, so I'm gonna take that in good faith.
Don't read the fanfic.
Well, thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem that the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, both of you. I will have a crayon drawing available for both of you.
I have icy blue!
It's almost running dry, though. Down to the nib. Might need another one soon. Oh, cussing.
Meanwhile, over at this bullshit.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
I cast Holy Ball. Oh.
Jinkies.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Wow, Iceheart, that's pretty wicked Witch of the West of you.
Be gone before someone drops a house on you too.
I was like, just replace the flying monkeys with like little tiny dragons.
We have had reports from a number of frontier settlers which seem the dragons have come as far as Mordona. Even though we couldn't see it over that fog, I promise you that there was, there were dragons.
Ishgard will be fine, though. Ishgard will be fine, because they still have that magic barrier.
We don't have anything to worry about.
We don't have anything to worry about. As long as they have that barrier up, they'll be fine.
Oh, there's people moved.
But all the depression people probably got their asses up to go fight some dragons.
They're like, we need this. What up to Taru?
If you're looking for the Scions, they have already left for the Alliance nations. I do hope Ishgard will be saved. You know, I hope their magic barrier is okay.
I've never heard of it going down before.
Yeah, it's lasted for 100 years, so...
Well, I mean, do you feel like the barrier's gonna stay up?
Oh yes, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's very reliable. Considering recent history, will there be any amongst the Alliance willing to aid the Holy See? Ishgard has few friends at the bargaining table. They do, kind of shun outsiders, you know?
Just a tiny bit.
But they closed the gates and didn't let anybody in.
Hello, Hoary Boulder. The town has been calm through all this talk of war. But if those dragons come to Revenant's Toll, there'll be panic aplenty, I'd wager. Oh. Hi, Colton.
Should events take a turn for the worse, we are fortunate that this settlement is such a popular crossroads for so many veteran adventurers. They're pretty good at slaying dragons, you know?
Yeah, Geary.
Though I have never seen one myself, it is said that Dragon's Lair just beyond the borders of my own land. It is said that Dragon's Lair just beyond the borders of my own land. Oh, is she using lair as like a verb?
I guess that I don't know. That sentence kind of seemed like it was missing something.
Is lair a verb also?
I don't know.
I would say it is heard that dragons
because then it would
layers.
feel like it would be dragons and then apostrophe lair. I don't know.
Well, that would be a possessive thing, and then that sentence really wouldn't be. It would really be confusing. I think she's using layer as in a verb.
I feel like there should be a semicolon.
I think it could have been worded a little bit easier in English. Well, in Hingan culture, dragons are not a bad thing. They're a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like they encounter many dragons, really.
Speaking of dragons, may Guardsmar get off my shoulder. I'm not happy with you.
Moonbraid still dead. Oh, we gotta go to Dragonhead. So yeah, it's like, I don't want to go back in the cold and fight dragons. For Elizabeth. She's like, they make the table so tall there.
ba, 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 ba. I just saw you jump off.
See, I was like, I'm here and I don't want to be. Oh. It seems I was swifter. Did you guys take a detour or something? Did you talk to everybody at the Scions? I bet you did. You talked to everybody, didn't you?
We talked to everybody in the vicinity.
Well, both of you, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. I think he said he wanted to slip into something nicer. I don't know.
Ooh.
The murmurings about the camp tell of some manner of troubles at the Gates of Judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. I'm also too cold out here, so I want to leave.
Yeah, when is Alvino gonna ever learn to put on a jacket?
Oh hey, I just noticed there's some people out here that usually aren't.
Oh.
Oh, they actually are talking about stuff. Oh.
Huh.
What about these guys? Yeah, they added in some NPCs. I guess they've always been here, for the quest at least.
Huh, I guess so.
Yeah, so we got some soldiers milling about going like, what's going on?
Everyone's dying! I'm glad you had the same thought as me.
It's just every time you go out into the wilderness here, it's just kind of like, hey, you're about to encounter some serious things. Oh gosh, there's 3
Behold,
quest
everybody.
points.
A little
The
bit of
gates.
taste of Ishgard.
They only open this one gate. You're not allowed to pass that other one.
Oh, I read that as brothel bowman, but it's bothered bowman.
Bothered Bowman, my favorite.
The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are big doors.
We closed them.
We close them. You
It's my
never see
favorite
us
part.
open them. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered, there is no hope for Hufflepuff. Tenter-hooked Temple Knight.
Okay. But when I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. And
Maybe
I
it's
was
'cause
a
it's
little,
cold.
I was a little bit turned on. Just a little bit.
Alfino, what do you have to say?
It's like, I'm talking to this cat girl right now.
I'm trying to get her number.
Mark the nervous glances our friends share. Dragons have attacked, yes, but something else has occurred. Something unexpected. Let us question the knights ere we proceed.
Iceheart
I
made
do
all
hope
these.
they're
Iceheart
do
made
hope
all
the-
these men straight.
These men are like, oh, Iceheart. Oh,
Deceptic Dragoon?
oh, she's a...
Okay.
What is your Dragoon armor? You're just in...
I
Maybe
didn't
she's
do
one of the
I
recruits.
didn't grab my job stone.
I love my job still at home. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections! I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one.
Well, that
Hey,
sounds like
boy.
Ishgard.
I'm gonna jump on them. Just chew.
Trembling Temple Knight. We not fret overmuch. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shielded the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Dad's fucked, but Mom's fine.
Dad already died out in the snow for that.
Dad already died.
Okay, so they got. I'm like, you got more than one magical ward? Okay, that's good. And what's the chances of them all breaking? Twould seem the heretics struck the first, and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, We expected you at Camp Dragonhead. Why did you come
Like,
off here
like, the
without me?
fuck? She's
I
like,
was
the
waiting.
Fuck? Why are you here?
I had lemon scones.
You're all going to detention now.
My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been some trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Hamrick awaits you. We asked you to come here. Why are you over here?
I like how she just walks back. She's like, damn it, do I need to get a leash on you two? The worms roar. Elfino seems eager to return to Camp Dragonhead as if someone told him to go back there.
Well, I guess we better, we should have probably stayed put. Well, anyways. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we are bid and return to Camp Dragonhead, as we should have done in the first place. Lord Harshaffal will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us.
I like as he said that, some person grabbed onto their mount and it was the monkey, and the monkey grabbed them and he flew away. I think there's two investigations we need to make here. One is Ishgard, two is that gorilla.
We're gonna concern ourselves with gorillas. That's a Levinson thing.
That's a Levinson thing.
That's Hullbreaker Isle crap right there. We haven't done Hullbreaker, so...
That just threw me off guard. I just watched her get taken away. And I'm just like, should we do something about that elf, you know?
No, there's no need to concern yourself. Let's just... You know how Harshaffal gets if we're not on time, so...
He's like, flying monkeys! What elf, you know?
Pray, ask Lord Harshaffal to direct us to the meeting place when you are ready. Stop talking to me and go talk to the quest giver. Jeez.
I like Harshaffal has a cat boy on his desk, Titan on his desk, and Larkstein on his desk.
He's got quite the audience today. He's just like, come, Warrior of Lights. There's enough for
Show me
everyone.
Ah, 'tis reassured indeed to behold the countenance of a friend, when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of a sexy disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my sexy little heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling, or were you? Because if you were, I have a couple of new oils I would like you to try out. No? Okay, well the Lord Commander has arrived and will treat you with you in the intercessory. I have oils in there too. Elfino, where are you going? I have oils.
Elfino's like, I probably shouldn't be around to hear this conversation.
I got the bath bombs.
Americ's at the accessory with Lucia, and he's just like, what are these oils doing?
He's like, what are these frilly things on the floor?
You're
like, Americ, that's a jock strap.
Oh, were they planning to train in here? Okay, well, I get it.
Alfina, do you have anything else to say?
Let's just get on with business. Ishgard's future hangs in the balance. If the city's salvation rests on our assistance, I cannot well withhold it. Even so, I need to make Sir Aymeric sweat for his reinforcements, ever since he owned me in that conversation last time. On this occasion, feigned disinterest may serve to cause the cause of Eorzea unity better than naked philanthropy.
I am.
Can you not say that after we just talked about oils in front of Harshaffal? Come, let us find what concessions the Holy See is willing to make. It's like, well, you're gonna have like a rivalry with Minfilia and Aymeric. Like, you got quite a set of balls on you, kid.
It's like he's jealous of beautiful people.
Aimrig man spreading over here.
Oh yeah, before we continue, I'm just gonna zoom in for a second. We're just gonna... Oh, I have to go around. Oh, alright. Well, let's take in the appreciation of... Well, let's not drag the camera that way. Of this beautiful work of art. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's talk to Aimrig.
Aimrig's like, are you okay? Is this about the oils? I thought they were tea.
Oh, there's no voice acting. Oh, okay.
Oh. Ready about it? Okay. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. That was our really good magic ward. The really nice one. We polished it and everything. Yes. We are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. We didn't decide to wait for you here because you were taking too long. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. You don't order me around, kid. On the contrary, Master Alfino. I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Estinian.
Oh god.
Here he is.
Here he is? Oh, whoa, Tajifon first.
That's not him.
There he is. There you go, Twitter.
Entrance. Oh, and it's got a sparkle too. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know little of the Order of Dragoons. I've never really met one at all. Most of them have been dead in the snow. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the land, Sistinian is without equal. He's also really sexy. I didn't say that out loud. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, have chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanians.
You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander.
You know how I love to lavish praise on my best friends.
If ever I was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will test.
Canon divergence. We've both done the Dragoon quest. So
I figured if I was a ninja, he wouldn't say it. I guess he's gonna say it now.
No, if you've completed the quest at all, he's just like, you're an Azure Dragoon, and you're like, do I look like an Azure Dragoon?
Well, whoops. The price I pay for playing this game.
We're gonna pretend he's talking to our fellow Hahachi, who's actually a Dragoon, or was a Dragoon made back in the beginning.
As my fellow Azure Dragoons somewhere will attest. Be at ease, you two. I did not come to challenge any of you guys today.
Yeah, if the game registers that you've completed the Dragoon quest, Istinian has alternative dialogue here, and that's why it switched over. I don't know how to change that in New Game Plus, because if you go to the cutscene viewer, you can choose you can choose to view it if you had not completed the Dragoon quest versus having completed it. But I can't remember what he says here, if you're not a Dragoon, but he acts like he's never met you, of course. But in this case, because we've completed the Dragoon quest, he's like, oh yeah, I remember you kicked my ass. It's like,
we'll just pretend that Black Mage and Ninja are Azure Dragoons. Or the special cases.
Yeah. But anyways, that's the flags for the game. It doesn't matter what class you're entering the cutscene in. It matters if you've done the quest or not.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Rick. Well, I didn't know both of you were Azure Dragoons. This is kind of awkward. How many Azure Dragoons do we have? Well, Now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg? One of the 7 great worms? His name features
Prominently.
Prominently, there we go. I'm having a hard time with my glasses today. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrith, the beast is said to have terrorized Coerthas since Ishgard's founding. Many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. Luckily, we have several magic wards. I don't think they're all going. The trophy Haldrith plucked from the bested worm's skull, simply known as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could ever erect would be stout enough to deny him.
My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor.
I don't know, I think Astinian's kind of an expert on it. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault.
Next to the Starbucks.
Yes. Actually, we're in the middle of building the Starbucks right now. It's a secret. It is kept under heavy guard by the best barista Starbucks could ever afford. Surrounded at all times by... Surrounded by all times with men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See and can make the best lattes. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. They can fly, so that's the thing. They are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself.
Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign, as if mere hours had passed.
I love how dragons nap. They're like, I'm gonna go nap for 10 years, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's like, I wish I could do that. I want to nap for 10 years. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. I think this is a really great coincidence. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Do you think she just talks to Nidhogg? Just like, hey. Well, bang, okay. Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole in their mistress. The ragged hole their mistress has been sent.
Whoa!
Yeah, I use this language.
It's like, sorry, I've been hanging out with Hydrophon too much.
She's created a hole in our defenses in which they could pierce through.
Ooh.
It has seen fit to rend. The mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness Dravanians are not like to leave untested. They certainly like to fill holes. Alfino's like not getting any of this innuendo at all. It's like, that's interesting.
Cool.
So it would seem, you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? You see any other allies we can call upon? We're kind of not great with anybody else. I shall speak plain. Ishgard has a need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, you only stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. Where is my money? At this point, I was like, yeah, where's the money? I fail to see why we would intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempts to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Coerthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Coerthus. They would not even have to draw steel.
Now feels like, oh,
It's like, damn it, he's good. Got me again. Gotta hold my crayons more. An imperial province sharing a border with Mardona. Ah, 7 hells.
He's not even worried about Ishgard falling. He's just like, wow, an
He's
imperial place?
Like, I don't know, you guys could burn a little bit, but I'd be damned if I let Garleans move in here. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar...
Allow me, Sir Aymeric.
Steve's like, no, I know how to roar, don't worry.
Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood.
No big deal.
Alvina's like, ooh!
Alvina's like, you're just gonna say that out loud?
She's like, can you be my brother?
That's cool!
Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingered influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice.
He's hungry right now.
He said, I'm going to kill you!
Then the worm who roared...
'Twas my stomach, I
am also hungry. It's kind of weird. When Nidhogg's hungry, I'm also hungry. I don't know why that is.
Was Nidhogg, I. He means to hurl his horde against Stanithan's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Look how big this table is.
This is... Hachifont's like, it's big for a reason, Estinian.
I'm still on top of Aymeric. Oops.
I wish I could get on top of the table, but...
Estinian. Nidhogg. He is the source of our suffering. If we do not fell the worm, these endless clashes count for naught. Sounds like a cheery guy. Aymeric, you are really slouched in that chair.
He's
You're
trying to do a
just full
power
of-
move. He's just like, I own this room. I am painfully aware of the hypocrisy of our request, and the self-inflicted nature of our predicament. But I don't actually have any authority to do shit. It's actually, you know, the government who does that crap. Anyways. But should it serve to deliver my people from their unkind fate, Gladly shall I bow my head and beg for aid. I expect, nay, welcome, the coming storm of scorn and disdain. I'm kind of used to it. They can hate me and throw tomatoes at me all they want.
That shining blue bottles over here, that must be, must be the oils.
Hotspot wasn't lying about the oils. He keeps his place well stocked.
Alright, Alfino.
Okay. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I anticipated. I guess I should have learned from the first time, but I just thought it would be different the second time. I suppose one must be given no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Well, here's some things. Yeah, Abric's over here like, I didn't want this, you know, but it's kinda not up to me. He's like, I told them we should have probably been a little bit more open to everybody, and here we are. He's got a raw deal, though, because Americ's the one that's gonna face all of the, you know, backlash for all that crap.
Yeah, it's not gonna be anyone higher up. If anything falls, it'd be on Aymeric.
Nope, he's the good old scapegoat.
Yep.
I wonder why he's the scapegoat.
Committed to the cause. Alfino is ready to begin making preparations for war.
We will go to war. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. I need more crayons. A lot more. Before proceeding, however, we must need return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Minfilia! I have a crayon drawing for you.
She's like, okay, so this is Aymeric, and the guy next to him is a butt?
He's spiky. He's you can call him a spiked butt.
Oh, I've heard of the spiked butt.
That's a very famous Dragoon. Yes, I've heard of this.
He's like, not that Dragoon, the other Dragoon.
The Azure Dragoon. I don't know. I heard they have like 4 Azure Dragoons.
Yeah, we have the Azure Dragoons right here. Zuya, and Long Shallow.
Yeah, we got 2 Azure Dragoons right here. Zuya is even married to an Azure Dragoon. It's just, there's a lot of Azure Dragoons.
Oh, where am I? I'm confused.
Oh, I didn't teleport. More donuts. I just started flying. So yeah, he's like, more donuts right next to us, right?
Okay, we'll tighten. Oh, there we go. Whoop, not the map. Whew. My PS4 is like, my god, why do I have to load so much?
I'm still loading into Mordona.
Okay, everyone's still in their same spots. That's always good. Oh, Minfilia. She's like, I now found a way to get around my desk. I am now in front of the desk. I'm so proud of myself. Minfilia, you're so pretty.
Alright, I'm getting into the solar. Did Alfino beat us here?
I think we beat him.
Just... No? Okay. Alright. Oh, cutscene.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
I'm
summon
here.
the
I have my
others.
crayon drawing.
Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
That was weird.
I'm sure it's not a big deal.
Volunteer dragon slayers.
It's kind of what we've been. We'll volunteer everything.
Minfilia would have you assist with the preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard.
Ishgard.
I've bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. Excuse me. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino.
He's right now talking with, like, Merowib, like, look at this crayon drawing. It's perfectly laid out here.
He's like, I told you before, Alphino, I don't understand what you're telling me.
He's like, this is a dragon, and this is Ishgard on fire, and this is all of us suffering under Garlean occupation if this happens.
Kanye's on the other side. She's like, the elementals approve of this drawing.
They are vibrating with pleasantry.
Raban's like, this is a masterpiece, and Sultan's like, I'm crippling depression right now.
Just so upset.
For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Carthus. It is not unimaginable, but the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slathborn of the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might ring its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Ah, before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. I guess. I mean, I can do this on my own. I don't really need her. Anything else, Ophelia? His boss will predict how many will rally to Ishgard's call for reinforcements. I do not envy those responsible for planning the city's defense. Well... Oh, and people have moved again. Oh good, it's just Flamine and Higiri.
It's just them.
Alright. Let's see what Flamine has to say.
So Minfilia has committed the Scions to Ishgard's cause, has she? Hope that's not a huge mistake. Though she makes her pronouncements with unshakable confidence, I can only imagine how agonizing it was for her to arrive at this decision. So many lives at stake.
Probably.
Stake.
I mean, after what happened to the people at the Waking Sands, and now with Moonbrita, I think Minfilia is probably taking the burden really close to heart now.
Yeah, this isn't a light decision. She could be sending all the Scions to their death. This isn't like, oh, we're gonna go fight some Morbles out in the field, you know. This is like, we're engaging in a full-on dragon war Ishgard got into itself, you know?
Mm-hmm. And if she shows any sign of weakness, then that's gonna make her and the Scions look weak, so no matter what pain she's going through, she has to hide it. And I can't imagine having to, like, hold that all into yourself. Speaking of that, Higiri, you're looking at boxes again.
The threat of war sows panic and confusion, and routine tasks can offer calming stability. Being sure that the larder is properly stocked, for instance. I'm counting bottles again. There's a lot of bottle counting.
Alright, Tataru.
We are rather close to Chorithus, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. I hear Igiri is already counting bottles. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. So let's go. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn.
Oh boy. Just 101.
101 Dalmatians.
She's like, I watched that movie.
I have 101 puppies.
I got to the point where I watched the movie 102 Dalmatians. I was disappointed. Mordona. Mordona! Someday, my Mordona will load. My phone is going off.
She was like, alright, I'm here.
Oh, Tataru's right here.
Oh, almost didn't see her over that adventure. And so, I'd like you to spread the word to settlers and adventurers in town. I need that lube.
Oh.
It's for a slip and slide.
I appreciate the warning about the slip and slide. If war is coming to Carthus, and the toll must be oiled up, made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as far as rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgard, as they're all oily on the soil, and I'm certain headquarters will stay the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Okay.
Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse, and a slip and slide to build.
Okay, so there's 4 around here. Accomplished adventurer.
Oh, a cutscene.
Oh, and a cutscene.
She's like, yeah, I've done Crystal Tower. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit for volunteering for lost causes. And everybody knows Ishgard's a lost cause, am I right? I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay far away from Ishgard.
That's probably smart.
This is the most reasonable adventure. I'm like, yeah, she has stayed alive because of this.
Oh, real.
He's like, hey, I heard there was a slip and slide. Oh, it's not built yet? Okay,
I like
I'll
to
wait.
slide in the slip.
He's like, yeah, I heard. I've had a lot of fun times with that much lube, you know. Ishgard sounds like she's the right mess. And that ain't what I wanted to talk about yet.
Oh.
That reminds me of another slip and slide I had before Ishgard closed its gates, but that's for another story. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. You know, that was a couple episodes ago. Maybe it was just one, I can't remember. A lad from Lil Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day, and I wanted to know if you've seen him since. Have you?
No. Not since it's really processing plant.
God damn it. I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, and black market weapons went missing from the vaults in Ildar.
What? Come again?
Yeah, the one box of dildos we got. I don't know. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Probably gonna try to summon Rowler with all of them.
Oh no.
Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans.
See, Real understands this.
I beat Titan once, alright? I've been around the block. The only thing that's bind us together is some vague oath some 16-year-old promised us. About fighting for the freedom of all. The freedom of all! That and steady pay. Everybody likes the money.
That and money!
See, I also like getting paid, but you don't see me leaving the Scions. Now, compared to most others in the crew, Rorod's a fresh-faced novice, a bloom whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, is the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he noticed in the ledgers, and it's not my favorite type of queer either. Something about the Braves numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail. This trail I've stumbled on, and I bet me good eye on it, and it ain't young Wilred. I only got one eye left, so I hope it's true. Any road. You've got a war to wage. I can hear those dragons from over here. So I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. So I'll be seeing both of you. I'm gonna go get a latte.
Well, that's not good. So Wilred is missing, and the Crystal Braves are starting to sound sketch. Who would have thought rounding up a bunch of villains together in one room would cause something? Oh, I'm glad Tataru's on top of her podium.
No. Hear ye! The greatest slip and slide Mordona has ever seen! Oh wait, attention adventurers! Ishgard is in peril and has need of heroes! If you've ever dreamed of Battle of Dravani, you know, sure you have. Now's your chance.
I like how this one guy behind us, he's like, I kind of want to fight a dragon.
I always wanted to be up close to a dragon. Not that I've thought about them being up close, mind you. I don't have secret fantasies or anything.
Adept adventurer. So Ishgard seeks cell swords to bolster its ranks, though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. My wand talks to me.
Oh, gosh.
But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What to do? Oh, what do I do, wand?
I do want money. It's like bold of you to assume those nobles are gonna pay you anything. So you guys like, I bet they're not gonna do shit. They're gonna give us thanks.
That's all we ever get. I think there's one. I think they're all at top, maybe.
I'm just gonna fly up there.
Good idea.
Oh, I found Yozon.
Oh, good. We found one of the Doman goods. That's good. Oh god, this is that's. Oh. What do you have to say? Mr. Larks, I'm playing hide and seek with the others, and I'm it. Great.
It's called Hide from the Dravanians.
We're just gonna ignore the Flamines right there.
Oh. She's just taking a break.
She's like, oh, you weren't supposed to catch me here.
Well, so me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are fearsome a lot, but I'd slay me a fair share of the coin if the coin was good. I hear you guys just get thanks, that's not enough. I worked for one of the knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse.
Okay, so now it says it's down.
Maybe she's, maybe it's in this little area. Oh.
Oh.
There. Hey, you're an Ellison. He's like, ugh, really? You're gonna be racist? Just because I'm Ellison doesn't mean I'm from Ishgard.
Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? No. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. As soon as he said that, my Midgard Ceremonian just breathed fire at him. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. I'm doing hot girl shit now, not cold girl shit.
So Theo's like, so you were ex-Ishgard. It's like, yeah, but it's not like every Elezen's from Ishgard, okay?
Some of us are from Gridania.
She's like, I don't know which one's worse.
I guess Tataru's inside? Oh, there she is. She just needed to
I
run.
just had to load. There you are! We're almost finished with the slip and slide. Did you sway any hearts, by the way? One or two, huh? Obviously not that Elezen who left Ishgard for specifically this reason. Alright. Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4! Not including Flatford's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say Revenant's Toll's veterans are worth a dozen clanking knights at least.
An allied perspective. Tataru has a message for you from Alfino. Who would have thought?
Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alfino. He always wants to talk to you, like every 5 minutes. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alfino said that he would meet you there at the Royal Promenade.
Oh, cool. They like to meet in Ul'dah a lot.
She was like, that's fine by me. At least we can go someplace warm.
Why can't it be like at the Lotus Stand sometimes? Or where do we go? And I guess it's just the Admirals. Like, why can't we go to Meryl's bachelor pad and just like talk there? Rabon's like, I have the bigger table.
They're like, it's because we have the best booze in the realm over here, so need to get in on that stuff.
The Chamber of Rule.
A lot of people here.
Oh yeah, there is. Wow. Everyone wants to see Bartholomew, apparently.
They're all like, Bartholomew, you're our favorite paladin! My apologies for calling you away from your task. Actually, what am I saying? I love doing this. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience has prompted a gathering of the council. Well, yeah, that's kind of pretty practical of them, Alfino. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. What am I saying? I love attending these things. Anyways, the Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
Politics.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has not.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alfino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Animo's not doing well.
No.
And Alvino gets put in his place.
He's sitting over here talking to literally the government, and they're just kind of like, kid, you can't bully us, you can't push us around.
And they're right, though.
It's leaving a predicament, though, because the politics are complicated behind this. Like, I think, like, a lot of the leaders, they would commit more forces to it. It's just their people have demands of them first.
Mm-hmm.
And
not just that, but they have Teleji going on in the Cartano, and they're freaking out about that.
Though, all of the grand companies are doing the same thing. They're falling back on mercenaries and sellswords to do everything else for them. You're noticing a trend here. And I also like the irony of Alf, you know, like, you're going to entrust this operation to sellswords, and it's like, what is the Crystal Braves?
What's the Crystal Braves, and what was Operation Archon, too? It was all sellswords. And some of the Grand Company.
It was around this point that I was starting to feel that the Eorzean Alliance is a lot weak. They're making them seem... all of them, all three city-states, are trying to make themselves seem a lot stronger than they really are. Because when you come to the realization that when big problems start to arise, they just go, what freelancers can we hire to help solve this problem? It's like, really? We are not in a good spot. If the Garleans ever did... Actually, you know what they did? The Garleans tried to take over, and if it wasn't for Warrior of Light, they would have all been screwed.
They would have fought, and they were going to surrender at that point because they thought the Scions were dead. So
and
it's like...
Here we are again with another predicament where it's like, hey, just give it a couple of months and the Garleans are going to be right back here. Are you going to rely on the Warrior of Light again to come save you?
And not too long ago, they were all like, can we try to find a way to talk to Ishgard? And Ishgard is literally knocking on their door and be like, hey, we kind of need help. And they're just like, you know what?
But Ishgard,
we're not going to help you.
Ishgard's being such a son of a bitch, though, because they've sat back for years now and did nothing. Like, what do you expect? Like, of course the rest of the city-states are gonna be like, what, fuck you? Every time, we asked for your aid like 3 or 4 times, and you ignored us, and now you need our help? It's complicated. Like, unfortunately, Ishgard or the Grand Companies need to be the bigger man here, and Aymeric seems to be the bigger man. He's like, yeah, I will... He's ready to face the full force of all of the negative consequences of this. Mm-hmm. But not a lot of other people are.
Yeah.
And that includes both big figures in Ishgard and across all the Grand Companies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a cutscene.
Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading the contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. Inestimable. It's kind of like whenever we can't get our shit together, we have to use you as a force to fix everything. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hotchefont and Sir Aymeric to their fates. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzean's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? The slipping slide's been completed! I need to get down there! And the assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. We're like just finishing up. I have my clipboard and everything. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare, the Steel Vigil. If in case you've forgotten about that house, we haven't mentioned them in a while. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. I have my book. Tviaya, Larks, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster our defenses at the Steps of Faith. I hope you've joined a free company, by the way, because you're gonna need one.
404 not found.
We're making the free company's canon in this story quest. Report first to Sir Marceline at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Oh.
To Ishgard.
We took too long. Now the Dravanians are here. Who would have thought that sitting around talking about stuff to everybody would have wasted a whole lot of time?
You like come in, Ishgard's literally like fallen into witch drop. It's literally it's literally an Inquisitor, and Ishgard's moved to witch drop, and the Inquisitor's like, "We hereby sentence Ishgard to death," and Ishgard just jumps into the witch drop. Speak with Marceline at the gates of judgment.
Open the gates. We need to let the army in.
And they're still killing that bird. We have more important things. Oh, there's some crystal braves here.
Oh yeah, here's the adventurers. Hey, looks like Stick Guy made it. Oh, he regrets it though. He's like, I'm here.
I should not have left the toll. Oh, and these guys. You've all come, thank you. How could we not? Your homeland's in peril. I think we've met these. I think we've met these guys somewhere before.
I think they're. I think they hang out around some of the hard dungeons. I don't know.
I think so.
They're supposed to represent, you know, your typical party of four. We got the tank, the healer, is she monk? Yeah, she's a monk.
I think they replaced the ones from Edna's fallen crew.
Yeah. They're the adventurers that didn't die.
Yeah, they're the adventurers that... They are the boy who lived.
They moved on. Now they can do Hullbreaker hard mode.
Oh god.
They didn't die at the level 30 dungeon.
Marceline.
You are at the appointed captain of the sellsword contingents? Or you guys are both... Are you both captains? Both of you? Okay. Then welcome! Welcome to war! There's no shortage of blank work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. That is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain.
Okay. Oh, Ishgard.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks all peaceful from here. I don't see anything attacking.
Maybe it was all just our imagination.
Oh, there's some dead bodies.
Oh, there's a lot
here.
of dead bodies. Oh gosh.
Oh, they're still coming.
Oh, and one Lalafell died.
Well, he ain't getting any deader.
Damn dragons.
We were just gonna eat a snack.
Forces at Providence Point. Okay. Here we come, my cinnamon.
Oh, I found Null.
Oh. Well, I guess we can pretend he's, you know...
He's not my B rank for them.
Oh, I'll make sure this person's left, is it? There we go.
Wow.
Dead.
More dead
Allison's
bodies.
dead there, and Allison's dead there.
Oh, it's that guy! We talked to this guy! Oops.
Oh no! We accidentally killed...
I mean, he did... But he was here for money, and he
Wait
died.
a minute, no, that was the guy that Tataru was... He didn't make it to the slip and slide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he died for the slip and slide.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he's the guy who's like, I want to see a dragon up close. I heard it's kind of sexy.
Oh, did we accidentally foreshadow his death?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, is there another one? Oh.
Yeah, he was cut. Oh, he's stomping over
Oh,
here.
big boy. Oh, that makes me kind of sad. I kind of feel guilty. Thank the gods you're here. Is that Hodgepot?
At least we saved these.
Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Oh, we talked to this guy. Remember?
Oh,
He
yeah.
lived.
Oh, that's good. He lived.
This looks like, what are they? Oh, they're House for Tom. House for Tom night. I don't know. I don't recognize this law film. Must be somebody Tataru talked to.
Probably. But oh no, that guy that was listening to Taru's slip and slide, he's good.
It's like my only regret is that I didn't get to try the slip and slide.
Do go down the slide for me, please. Wipe in front. Gate of Judgment. Wipe in front. Gate of Judgment.
Okay.
Well, good, dude. I'm glad you just stayed here in the Gates of Judgment. You at least lived.
What news, adventurers? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? He didn't get to try the slip and slide? Dravanian devils. Damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Here's some thanks.
The Steps of Faith. So Marcelin wishes to pray for the siege of Ishgard.
Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is that you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgments, the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly into the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, the thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All now rests on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out onto the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
And dragons.
Oh, the duty finder to do Steps of Faith. The Steps of Faith, the sole means of approaching the city of Ishgard, as well as providing passage across the Sea of Clouds. This great stone bridge also serves to anchor the series of arcane wards known as Danafin's Collar. Long has the Holy See relied upon these barriers to shield the city from a Dravanian assault, but it did not reckon upon the brazen actions of Lady Iceheart. The outermost layer of protection has been dispelled, allowing the mighty dragon Vizhap to land upon the far end of the Steps of Faith. Leading an army of lesserkin, the massive creature is intent on destroying the exposed foundations of the remaining wards, take up positions alongside the Temple Knights and Lucia, and defend the structure from the ravaging forces of the Horde. Oh, this duty. This duty. When this first came out, it was bad. It was really bad. In fact, it needed a patch in order for it to not be bad. There is a lot that goes on the Steps of Faith. Luckily, nowadays, it's not as bad as it used to be. However, when it first came out, there were so many strange mechanics that you have to go through, and even playing it to the day, it still feels kind of wonky, to say the least. But this was like, you finally get to the end of the patch, and you have to fight this trial, and it's like you either had Nabrialis or the Steps of Faith, and both of them were just god awful.
Yeah, it was the Steps of Faith. I remember it was. I failed more often times than I succeeded.
I did too.
It still can sometimes be a bit iffy, but I don't know. Since Shadowbringers is very rare now when you fail this.
Mm-hmm. What is cool about the Steps of Faith, though, is on the sides the NPCs are talking, and you do see Lucia bringing her knights to where they need to be, so in the fight I'll try to see if I can show as much as I can. But you get to see a lot of dialogue of, like, the Temple Knights trying to, like, form, you know, like, rectifying their barriers, or, you know, holding up against other Temple Knights to fight with you and stuff, and Lucia's like, hold the line, we must hold the line. And this has also given us a little bit of taste of getting close to Ishgard. Kinda, sorta. I like how that Crystal Brave guy is looking through the gates like, man, I wish I could enter that. Oh, someone did Orumvale. They have the Morval Seedling.
My favorite minion.
God, can you imagine if the Garleans took over Kurthus? Because, like, Ilsabard is already snowy. They'd just be like, this is nice.
Home for them. They're like, oh.
Like, literally. Try to get a nice view of Ishgard while we wait. Honestly, we can pass this. It's kind of funny because it doesn't render properly here out in the field, but on this side, you can actually fly past the gates around the other side. This is literally the Steps of Faith. But when we go and do the duty, this is not what the Steps of Faith will look like.
It's gotta be, artistically adapted in the Warrior of Light's mind, for a battle.
How far can I get? Oh, that's about it. Wow, that's actually really close that you can actually get to Ishgard.
Yeah, when they introduced flying, I was like, wow, you can start to see a lot of the detail in here.
Yeah.
As you can see, even the entrance to Ishgard, like when we actually get in there, that's kind of not what we usually see.
Yeah, it's totally different. Huh. Oh, so that's the cutoff point. Okay.
Oh, I just recently got the art book for Stone and Steel, and They have a concept art of, I think, kind of from the back of it. The part you can't really see here. Though it was, I think it was officially rendered for 1.0. Got some weather effects that are kind of weird as I move my camera.
I think the design of Ishgard is really cool. Just makes me wonder how many accidental deaths happen falling off of this freaking like hole in the ground. We've gone.
Wasn't there a quest where it might have? I think it's kind of common for people to just throw themselves off the walls to commit suicide.
Yeah. I think there is a quest.
Ishgard's just really feral.
I think it was in a job quest. I think it was for samurai, actually.
I think it was. But it's just kind of like, oh well, we gotta get Antoine off the fucking side here. He threw himself off the wall.
We have gone 5 days without a workplace death. It just seems so calm and peaceful. There's a war going on. Ishgard's like, you know what? Let's just turn on all our lights.
Apparently they're going to be performing a stress test on the Mana data center.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They will not be tested on North American and European data centers as they have already obtained sufficient data alongside the high levels of activity in recent weeks. We're so congested that they're like, we know.
Yeah, we don't need to do any tests or anything.
People are not unhearing about Final Fantasy XIV.
Have you heard of critically acclaimed MMO? Oh man.
I've come to the realization that a lot of people are going to be disappointed when we get into Steps of Faith.
Oh,
Not a lot of people's favorites.
Hopefully we don't have any people backing out. If they do, I will literally cry. Just not many people are queuing for the Steps of Faith. Says my lag. Huh? Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Time to fight some dragons. I like that we've gone into this like we didn't know what dragons we're gonna be fighting, and it ended up being this dragon. You know, this one.
This one that we know no knowledge of.
One that is bigger than a house itself. They're like, can you please defeat dragons? And then you're like, get here, and you're like, that's a really huge dragon.
I can imagine probably the Warrior of Light's like, I don't even have Mama Blessing anymore. I'm like, I think I might be in danger.
Alright, so you guys gotta go man some cannons.
We claim victory this day, our Ishgard falls! Accept the fury into your heart, and defend this bridge with your life's blood! Okay, let's see, that's a little dramatic. Yeah, so the goal is like casters and even the healers need to get the cannons, so that way they can deal with some of the ads so we don't get overwhelmed. And if
I'm
you stand...
so used to Bertha duty.
And
it's Big Bertha!
He's a Big Bertha. Oh, there's an Ishgardian Kyurgin right on Vishap's leg. Okay, well that's a dead Kyurgin.
Yeah, you're supposed to avoid the claws, which is something that,
yeah, the goal is to stay in the middle. If you get closer, you take a lot of damage. And as you can see, Ishgard's last defenses are all of these wards, and if Vishap gets all the way to the end of the Steps of Faith, it's an automatic fail. It would be an automatic wipe.
I don't know if we still do the cannons, or if I'm just the only one who's doing the cannons. I haven't done this in quite a while.
I think the cannons you still have to do. Well, maybe I guess the ads could go down a little bit more. Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they've added the casting moves to the side here. I think that's it for the cannons here. I'm not sure if the cannons are absolutely necessary anymore. I'm just doing it out of habit.
I guess
I know the dragon killers. So here's ward number 2. First ward got taken down by Ishgard. I love these Ishgard knights behind us. Like, they're doing their best job. I can't wait. They usually all die, so I'm just kind of like, it's nice to see how many Ishgard knights are still on the field.
They broke into the second layer. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and run ahead just to see if I can show off this mechanic. So there's certain points of the battle where in order to like get Vishap's health down a little bit more is by doing the chains.
I think that, yeah, there's only one part where you have to... I remember there was a time where you had to do 2 towers. I think that's closer to the end there. Yeah, I see the orange marker You still got a while before Vishap's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody's operating this one. I go to the other one.
This black mage came up with me, and then he's like, you're here, goodbye.
As long as somebody's manning it. It's gotta... Oh, this Kyuruk!
Oh my god, I can see you! I see the dead Kyuruk!
Oh, Lucia's like, climb the tower! And you're like, I'm already here.
I'm already here, girl. Now you have to time this perfectly, because if you don't do it right, then it's a miss. So I usually wait for him to get a little bit more on it.
Alright,
I think that's
got both
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, a hit! The monster felt that one! Nice.
It was always kind of picky about when you could do it. Oh.
Wow, that tail's even going off the edge.
I'm so tiny on the field, and this dragon is so big that I usually do not see Vishap's head.
That did a lot of damage to Vishap's health.
Yeah. Well, the dragon killers were like essential to killing this dragon. Like if you missed one, you were in so much danger. But nowadays it's like, you don't even need to do both, you can just do one, and then you're good. Now, I think I maybe do more damage just casting spells than I do just manning those cannons. Also, we destroy all of the mobs so easily that you usually have some... Look, there's more Ishgard! Ishgard sends raid!
Forward reinforcements have arrived. Put down those Avises! Oh shit.
Yeah, usually you couldn't keep a lot of the Ishgard soldiers alive because these ads would just destroy all of them.
Go, light infantry, I believe in you. Oh god. Yep, there's another tower. I think it might die before
this is the one where you need 2 people to climb it. But I don't think we need to do it here, because we've got enough. It's... What, we're at 12%?
Yeah.
Battle's gonna end soon. So this is one of the times where you can get like a cutscene that's just a bad end.
Oh yeah, you're right, yeah.
If you fail here, like, it's like canon divergence, like it's the bad ending, where Ishgard actually does fall, and then the Garleans take over, and then all of Eorzea is just fucked.
I'm glad Lucia's just standing here. The battle is far from lost. Oh.
Ooh.
It's down!
And the music even changes as you get close to the gates. It starts becoming really frantic. And then when Vishap gets to the actual, like, gate of Ishgard that enters the city proper, you see a picture, or it's like a video of yourself, like, just backed up against the wall, panting, and then it's like, duty failed. And we killed it so fast that we still had several wards left.
Yeah.
Oh, you already left.
Yeah, because I was already on top of the tower. It would take me forever to get down. The dragons, they're withdrawn. Time to go to the slip and slide, everybody. Yeah, slip and slide, yeah!
Hachifan's like, I heard they have lots of loot.
Aw, yeah. I'm glad that Lalfell's just like reassuring that Rogan. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow.
Kind of sexy of you.
But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair?
Hey, it's a pretty nice lair.
Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will save my lance. Whee!
Away! Just...
He does that.
Just squats his legs and just up into the sky, and you never see him again.
Yeah.
Some say he's still up in the sky.
Hey Alf, you know.
I thought I saw a man shoot into the sky. Oh, well, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. I used my book. Oh, it's taller me. Averic's like, we look nothing alike. Commander Levier, Ziyaya, and Lux. True to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humblest thanks. And also, some wine. And, invitation to dinner if you'd like to take that. No? Okay. Though I would stand and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must await to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled. And, Estinian fucked off, so I don't know if he wins. And there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon that I might express my thanks with proper courtesy. I'm not kidding about that wine. Oh, he was like, I can't drink yet. Oh, I guess that's for you. I too would offer my thanks. Through your deeds, we have achieved a victory of singular importance. Which is, don't fuck with Ishgard, I guess. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And, mayhap equally sufficient, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much as we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. I mean, you kinda did all the work there, so thanks. The victory you have won this day gives us a greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. With that cool slip and slide I heard is out in Mordona right now. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity, so I'll have to say no to that slip and slide. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. I think we're only down to like 2 squadrons now. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones, and maybe a go at that slip and slide. pray return to Reverend's Toll and share your tales with Minfilia in person. Goodbye.
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 To the wise and stones. Well, we saved Ishgard. Maybe now they'll open their damn gates.
I'm glad we're done with that saving Ishgard thing, am I right? They don't need any more of our help from here on out.
It's almost like they don't need an expansion or anything.
I'm pretty sure Estinian's got this handled. He's gonna go off and kill Nidhogg, and it's gonna be fine.
That's literally what happened. He literally jumped off, murdered Iceheart, and killed Nidhogg. We could just go to Stormblood.
We get to the Heavensward expansion, and Estinian's like, I've already done it. And you're like, what? He's like, I did it. The entire expansion. Go home.
It's over.
Where everyone's like, okay, alright.
You know, it's funny, this door says no entry, and it's not wrong.
It's like, I'm sorry, did you want to come in here? Gates are closed.
What's the password? It's like, the Wild Rose. Alright, let's go to Minfilia.
Minfilia, can we get a ticket to the slip and slide?
It's like, I'm sorry, the reservation lasts all the way to Kurthos. You'll have to wait in the line.
Oh.
It's like that one scene in Mass Effect when you're trying to see the concert, and she's like, yeah, you'll be able to see her in 3 to 4 months.
No one's worth that much weight.
Yes, well, the concert takes so much time and her stuff. And then you get butt shot.
Got a lot of talking to do.
Larks, Zuyaya, welcome back. Alfino sent word of the siege, and of course of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, you two. Thank you. Take some thanks. Administrative... administrative decision. Minfilia seems loath to put you to further trouble so soon after your last great exertion. But she's gonna do it anyway.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to miss the slip and slide.
Oh, you two must be weary. And now may very well be the only chance to...
Antecedent. I don't know. The slip and slide is broken.
Thancred put a hole in it.
A messenger from Uldar arrived with a missive for you.
The royal seal. Curious indeed.
Is there a royal slip and slide now? It's just a picture of a butt. They know how to speak our language.
And inside that butt, it's an invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah, in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you two for your valiant efforts as commander of the Adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. Excuse me, my water's talking back to me. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your guys' triumph?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moon Brita, and I, for one, am in no mood for crows. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you guys also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious heroes were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions.
Of course, antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. I'm so depressed about the slip and slide being broken.
Curious. I have never known Tataru decide such requests. Could aught be amiss aside from the slip and slide? Tataru's troubled, and I'm certain of it. Would you mind speaking with her? I fear any concern I show will be met with stoic denials. She'll be going on about, oh, I just put band-aids on the slip and slide, everything's fine, when I know nothing's not fine. Oh, well, Tataru has turned into, dust. And everyone's here too.
Sit here. Taro, where'd you go?
She's like, I'm leaving. Goodbye. The slip and slide was not worth this. Tataru is conspicuous by her absence. Well, before we talk to Philomene, let's see what everyone else is doing. What's up, Higiri?
In Doma, fidelity is a highly prized virtue. Perhaps it is different in culture, or perhaps it is a different culture, but this situation lies outside my comprehension. Oh, it's this thing.
Oh, Ida's crying.
Are we talking Ida?
I think so. Yeah, she looks like she... Hey, is she crying?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh God, make it stop. My sides are about to burst.
Okay, Papolino. A primal shackles its faithful with the bonds of eternal devotion, but I fear the power Thancred wields over his admirers is rather more fickle. Oh. I didn't even look across the side. Especially when each realizes she is not the sole object of his affection. Oh my God.
Thancred's whoring is catching up to him.
Y'shtola, you don't seem...
Do we not have more pressing matters to attend to?
What, are you jealous, Y'shtola?
I think Y'shtola.
Oh God, everyone talks at once. Mikote Manstealer. Oh gosh. Thancred. Ladies, please. This is no way to... Oh, hello, Larks, Zia. I was just, entertaining some friends. Oh gods.
I like that this Mikote is, still trying.
Oh boy. Okay, well, Flamine, what do you think of all of this?
Have you witnessed the scene over yonder? Such is the fate of he who would toy with women's hearts. Let us see how Thancred's silver tongue wags its way out of this one.
Ooh. Let's see, Flamine. Oh, Tataru, I believe she just stepped outside. Now I think of it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Search for Tataru and Revenant's Toll. Yep, this is now the Tataru episode. And once again, loading Mordona.
I'm catching up. I didn't click on the Tataru spot.
Ooh, it's choppy for me. There must be more people here. Says it's here. Oh, it's up top. Oh, she's sitting next to the Makote girl.
I can't see you, Larks. That's lost.
I'm up here.
Where are you?
Right here.
Oh. Got lost.
Mordona gets scary.
Uh,
Speaking of scary, here's Tataru.
You can't feel sad when there's a cute little Makote girl right here. Oh, Zuyaya and Larks. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. You know, you just beat a big giant dragon. I don't know how to beat that. And that's why I would probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. Ah, you always know what to say, Zuyaya, even though you can't talk. I'm glad we had this little chat.
Okay.
I like that we had to go outside, only to go back inside.
Yep, basically.
We're still not out of Realm Reborn, are we?
No. Not for a while.
Man, Tataru, why couldn't you have just... We were just in Minfilia's office.
Yeah. Okay, your mind is made up. Alright, that's great. What up, Minfilia? Yes, Tataru? You have my undivided attention.
I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Zuyaya specifically made me realize there's no time like the present. She spoke with me, or at least tried to. And time is what I'm here to ask you for.
I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned the rest. But I suspect that lying to bed is far from your intent.
You know me all too well as antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Extreme sliding. Along with the adventures in the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hori, Boulder, and Colton have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself, and others, more importantly. So when I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. I'm going to become a Dark Knight.
Whoa! Hey! That slip and slide is great. Have you guys tried it?
I almost stepped on Tataru.
That's the first time I almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, antecedent? Ah, not at present, but thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurers, of the capable kind, of course, Azure and a Lalafell to be exact, be assigned to our party. Oh, very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, antecedent. I take my leave of you. Take some thanks. An unexpected ambition. Minfilia is at a loss for words. Me too. The power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcania. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa? Yes, that would be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? I know you're going to lag a lot, but I promise it's worth it. It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. And now I have a red marker over my head.
Because you can only do one quest at a time. We don't know why we couldn't have just done this literally, but...
Anyway. We gotta avoid the ending as much as possible. And that means avoiding the ending, and that means doing Tataru's weird random quest, then I guess that's what we're doing.
Oh, hey, I actually teleported in just fine. Huh.
Huh. I guess you
Maybe
have the
everybody's
power
doing
of
other
lag
stuff.
today. I'm still loading. 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 We are loading. Why did they make us do stuff in Limsa Lominsa? There we go. There are some people T-posing. That's great. Search for Tataru at the Arcanist Guild. If she loads.
I'm not sure if we have to be up here or downstairs. Do I have to talk to the guildmaster or not? I don't know. I think she's found downstairs though.
Is it downstairs? Okay. Oh, you are correct.
Zviaya and Larx, I see your kneecaps. What are you doing here? I love that it's gonna be different on your screen, but my, like, camera is so far to the ground because there's two Lalafell talking to each other. I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I'm learning how to train Pokemon. I, Tataru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress Thumbrigium's behest. It's a Rogan name. Even I don't know how to pronounce it. I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. Bye. Well, she looks like she's got it okay. She doesn't need our help. She's fine.
It's not like she's gonna die. Going out to Limzo to kill rats. Ah, if it isn't Larks and Zuyaya, even though none of you guys are Arcanists, what brings you to the guild?
So yeah, it's like, I study here for maybe an extracurricular activity.
Oh, so you are acquainted with our newest member. Oh, an Arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat lacking, even though you're a ninja and a black mage. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial. A simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Clea's supervision, even if you did the Arcanist quest. A thought occurs to me. Why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you're the ideal choice. You need only head to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate, as before, and observe at a distance.
You remember when thaumaturges could cast, Physic? Wait, is that a thing that you can still do, though?
Not anymore.
Dang.
I remember when bards would do it, and that arrow would come out of the bow.
That was great. Wait, is it middle or lower?
I think it's middle. I think it's Zephyr Gate.
Okay. My quest description is kind of being blocked by other text.
Yep, Zephyr Gate.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be out of Zuyaya's realm of possibility to have maybe visited the Arcanist Guild a little bit. Back in the day, you kind of needed to intermingle some of the magic spells together, so it was wasn't absolutely required, but highly recommended that you did the Arcanist quests if you wanted to be a black mage. It was mostly being a healer, though. And then all of the healers needed to do Thaumaturge to get Swiftcast. And that was a pain in the ass. Oh. Over Azure seas to Pirate's Port, where she meets her shiny jewel. For to bring the smuggler's plans to naught, came the last whom none could fool. Beat him with the backdraft, got him with the gusts, duck him with the downburst, go Carbuncle, go! Oh, are those crates I spy? I'll just help myself to this. Ah, and this must be the true test. Are we ready for them? But we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle?
I'm getting the fuck out of here!
Carbuncle? I like that it's just trotting away. It's not even running. It's just kind of like ding, 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 ding. Where did all this stuff come
Holy
from?
shit.
Oh, Carbuncle, come back! You're the worst Pokemon in the world. I like that we're not even going to do anything about those crates. We're like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave them there.
Hi, Tataru. What you doing?
I'm hiding in the grass. I'm about as tall as the grass. I should have known you both would have come. You didn't say a word, especially you, Ziaya. Your face says it all. I knew you bore witness to my shame. I never played any Pokemon, that's my secret.
I only played Digimon.
Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. Sounds like a typical Sunday night for me. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others.
Aww.
I will inform Mistress of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcania, like so much else, is beyond me. I tried once at something, and I failed, and so I'm gonna give up.
Do we have to go back into Limsa?
Yep.
Tataru guns exist in this world.
I like that. It's like, Tataru, you don't need to be a warrior to be useful, but also, like, you failed at one task, it's okay, like... I'm just gonna give up now.
I'll never be a summoner. I'll never be able to summon Bahamut.
All I wanted was to summon Bahamut's fat titties.
I actually got into Limsa okay this time. Or maybe not. Maybe teleporting the Arcanist Guild will be my weakness.
I'm already here.
There we go. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist?
Had a hard time hitting the button. I failed once and so I gave up. It's abysmal. Mistress abysmal. As Ziaya will testify, and Ziaya's just sitting over there not saying anything. I was wrong to become an Arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time.
Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. I would have told you to get the fuck off my lawn. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helps you gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcania. Were it not so, you would have struggled to even summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured perceptionist in their service. Would you two not agree?
Oh, you were too kind, Mistress. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. I'm quitting Arcania stuff.
That's probably for the best.
I don't know anything about Pokemon, so... It's still like...
Ancient ways, timeless wants. Tataru is considered her next course of action, and how you might aid her in it, unfortunately.
As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. I'm still quitting. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. Oh, wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident we'll pay off. We're doing the Moonfire event.
We're gonna go do Moonfire.
We're gonna go get just a slab of ice with some fruit on it. And there's polar bears for reasons that nobody knows.
And of course, this place is also laggy. I'll never be able to escape the lag. Let's go to the beach, let's go get a wave. Wait, is she above me? I think she's above me.
Yeah, she's on the docks.
Damn it, Tataru! Well, know what? She's in her beach outfit? Fine. I'll be in my beach outfit too. Glamours cannot be restored. Now Zia just looks silly.
Wait, hold on. I also got a beach outfit.
There we go.
Beach episode time.
Beach episode!
Oh wow, you guys both changed. Cool.
And you match!
Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Winch told me to look. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested at this time of year in Bloodshore, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let's be off.
Oh. Cannonball! I'm just gonna ignore that snake over there that's killing that adventurer.
Yeah, nothing we need to worry about. What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take but a moment.
Okay. Oh. Oh, she's dying. Whew.
I was just looking over and I was like, wait.
I just realized we're low on gear now, so it's actually taking a while to destroy it.
We don't one-hit shot it, or one-hit KO it. Yeah, my item level is now 28. Oh, well fought, both of you. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls.
What?
So named for their reddish hues, and also the blood they carry and absorb. They were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, I will always come home.
Aww.
And also, it drains you of all your blood, so...
What?
It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right, well, I must keep Flamine waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions and Luminson markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Zia and Larks, and thank you for everything and the blood. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again?
Yeah, goodbye.
Okay. The blood pearls will feast tonight.
Well, now I'm concerned.
Let's just go back to Minfilia and pretend this never happened.
Let's pretend my abs are not gleaming in the sun right now.
I'm just gonna report back to her in our swimwear, and she's like, "Where have you guys been?"
We were on the slip and slide, Minfilia.
We also did fire. Do you want the slab of ice?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I like that Tataru just drops blood pearls onto us and then just, you know... Alright, bye!
Yeah, that made a lot of people question Tataru.
It's literally they're just named that because they're red. And also they suck all your blood, so...
We all know Tataru is the embodiment of Zodiark.
Yeah, she's actually an Ascian. She's an Ascian spy transported into our little group. Wow, for once there's nobody in the Rising Stones at all.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're right.
They're all doing hot girl shit right now. They're like, yeah.
They didn't learn from the first time to not leave Minfilia alone.
Is it Mimosa Monday? I think they all went. She's still alone here in her office.
She's like, man, we don't have the blessing of light, and it's just me. She goes, good thing I got these blood pearls. Welcome home, you two. I gather you found Tataru and Limsa Laminsa?
Blood pearls.
My, it sounds as though she had quite the adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. She should never touch what's it called? Arcanus ever again. Sorry, I had a little bit of a seizure there. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. No, she probably would have died to a couple rats and some jellyfish, so we should have came for her.
What an unfortunate end, taken out by rats and jellyfish.
Where we are needed. Minfilia is eyeing you with a mixture of regret and desperation. That sounds like me.
Zuya is like looking at Zuya, and she's just like, oh, I don't know. Don't look at me like that now.
I wonder. Are you guys free? I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have as yet been unable to do so. Now, I realize you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a man and a woman of your guys' talents, but I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forgo rest and assist us in this matter? Pretty please? Generous.
Yeah, like leaving, but Larks is pulling her back.
Larks holds a whole deletion. She's like, oh, Zia, you're so generous to a fault. I thank you. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltnet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your good wills.
That adventurer was the guy we found in the snow.
Probably. You two truly are a pillar of strength. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. I'm in Philia for the first time. I'm mad at you.
She's just like, I'm sorry. We lost a lot of people to the dragons.
We lost that guy. We lost a couple to the slip and slide too. we had to permanently take it down. Alright, what do you have to say, Coldnut?
I had no idea that you would be assisting us personally. My sincerest apologies for dragging you into our affairs.
At least someone's apologetic.
You're gonna be a third wheel to our adventure day, just to let you know.
Ah, Lark, Zuyaya. Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Sadly. Huzzah! Yeah! What did I tell you, Continent? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the warriors of light themselves.
Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route?
Ah, true. But our mission is the same. Separated by moms we may be, but in spirit, we shall be together.
So the guy's like, I don't feel comfortable adventuring with these two. Can we leave? He's like, Boulder a bit later. If such thoughts bring you joy, then you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns, Ziyaya and Loris, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud.
He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Larks, Zuya, in spirit. We shall be together every step of the way.
So I was like, I'm already uncomfortable with this quest. How many quests do we have where we have to babysit someone?
It's been since the first quest.
There's so many. Mostly we have to babysit Alfino, but now we gotta babysit scholars.
Oh, the South Shroud. Ah, the unsettled scholar. At last, the Scion man and woman deigns to grace me with their presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Izamha. Come, we are late enough as it is, Harry. Oh wait, you guys aren't Harry, I'm sorry. I thought you were Harry and Hermione.
He's like, I knew I was going to hate this.
You forgot it's Ron Weasley! I'm just going through all the trees. Yes. This location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then, please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild bees.
My favorite.
Standing watch. You know, we could just let him kill him.
They're attacking us, Lux. Yeah, I was like, we could if they weren't already killing us.
I see we have both completed our retrospective tasks. A satisfactory outcome, I think. Though, if I could make one suggestion, You might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I don't like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, Snake Bolt awaits, shall we?
So yeah, it's like, I can summon one fireball. One fireball to end that man's life.
Large is like, I will allow it. I will allow this.
It's just like, you know, at any point, Odin could be summoned around here, so... could just leave him to Odin.
Yes, right about here. Yes, bitch. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. Where did he grab that book out of?
You know.
Oh. Why do the bats care?
They're snake bolt bats, specific regional.
Fascinating. These ratings are not at all what I expected. Though,
It says you're gay in them.
Though perhaps that
means.
should come as no surprise. I'm given to superstition, but there is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place like the Brokeback Mountain guys and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. I'm definitely not gay.
So you say.
I mean, he's with Hurry Boulder and Colton. I'm just waiting for a menage a trois.
They're all with their respective scholars.
Oh god.
They could have been like, wait, where is our queer scholar? And it's like, oh, I think Larks is, yeah, you got them.
Like,
it's like,
damn
oh,
it, we gave him the wrong scholar. We have the straight ones.
the straight ones.
You want to take readings of Amdapor? Oh, that's kind of scary. As before, my guardians, pray, leave to me my task and ensure our safety. I need to talk to Alphine alone.
Okay.
Die. Oh god.
It's a lot of little floaty blue guys.
Floaty floaties.
These floaty floaties are really gross.
This data should prove invaluable to... Oh god. What is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoids while my back was turned talking to Alphamine while he was helping me with things? Quickly now. To Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and awful. I really do not like this man.
Nope.
And the fact that I gave him his voice makes me hate him even more.
It's the appropriate voice, though.
Yeah, exactly, Farrago.
Farrago. Do you want to voice this character? Meows? Yeah.
You choose to paddle in the Ichor a while longer, I take it. No matter. I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Yoria's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take an additional measurement to confirm my assessment.
I'm sure this information is not going to be needed games later.
Right? Who would have thought?
Green.
The least among us, who better serve the scions of the Seventh Dawn than a humble scholar and his faithful assistant?
Among us.
For our next survey, I would have you guys escort me to Earth's Fawn. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now come along. Maybe you're gonna get your wish, Zuya. Maybe he will die to Zandazukin.
Let's get him to. Maybe my dog found Odin. Yeah, let's just pray that Odin decides to manifest around this time. I mean, it is thundering out. It's perfect weather for it.
Oh god.
Did we ever do a quest that involved Odin? I know, like, he's supposed to be a random event, but I remember
there
was
is a
trial.
trial. There is a quest that involved it, but I think it's like a side quest thing.
Odin is a primal that's sometimes wandering around these parts, or anywhere in the Shroud, to be honest, but Earth's Font is where he's known to kind of make his home. And that's where the trial takes place. He's kind of an optional boss, I guess, is what you'd say.
It would have been cool if he was kind of part of the story.
Yeah, he's just one of those extraneous primals that don't have too much to do with the main story, but he exists.
You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements of things. It's not gay.
The readings say you're gay.
Yes. Yes, Queen, yes. Quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th Eshel era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. I'm gonna walk a little bit further. I'm gonna get my boots wet. Ugh, I'm so gay. Something else? Oh my god, Scions! Scions! Come here, I need you. What? What?
I found a dead body!
Oh no!
I know that face.
Fear not, my friends, help has arrived!
Oh, there you are. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour, and our gay readings are off the charts right now.
Ugh. Gutted like a dog. But not by one. No. These wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. Oh my god, Wilred! No!
I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilred to come here?
Oh, what should we do? Should we all just start making out or something?
Later. We will see to the scholar's protection, Ziyaya.
Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The Antecedent will want to know what happened here.
The scholar's really never seen a dead body before.
And so do I.
Ziyaya and Larks were looking at it like, yep, that's a dead body, and this guy's like, oh my god.
Oh god, I'm gonna barf. So Wilred is dead.
Yep.
Something's not going right with the Crystal Braves.
He was murdered horribly.
I didn't realize that that's how he died. He was just like, oh god. Ugh.
Apparently he got stabbed through the abdomen.
We spoke a few times in the Rising Stones. He wasn't as experienced as some other braves. Gods. He had passion. He did try to summon Ralgr after all. Cold.
Gods, what a waste. Pray, leave matters here to us. You guys must return to the Rising Stones and inform the antecedent at once.
Oh, well, I see London. I see France, Miss Unsettled Scholar.
No time to look at my underwear choices.
I've never been this close to oh.
Oh, well, looks like I was right about my assumption.
Well, he didn't get Zantazukined, but...
Somebody else did.
Oh, God. So Wilred is dead. Does anyone else kind of feel like the Crystal Braves might be, corrupted?
There's nothing wrong with a group that was hastily put together and led by a 16-year-old. There's nothing wrong with this at all.
There's nothing wrong with this picture at all. No entry. I just see you just walk in with ease.
See, I was like, bye! And closes the door.
Winfilia, we found a dead body! And a gay scholar!
He was never heard from again.
That was the last time we ever heard of him. Larks, Zuya, you guys returned. And you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? Oh, chafe so. Wilred? Dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12? How can that be? I will send word to Alfino at once. He'll want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this? And why? Who knows? Oh, and that is where we are going to stop for today.
At a murder.
At a murder. We're gonna leave it at a cliffhanger. Oh, well, that was a lot that happened today. We saved Ishgard. Alfino got put in his place, and people died. Lots and lots of people died. Oh, well, a lot has transpired, but this also is kind of a good thing too, because this is probably a good, maybe in the step in the right direction for Ishgard to join the Eorzean Alliance, because the more nations that are together, we might have a chance at actually defending off against Garlemald. And also the fact that the Crystal Braves may not be the most cleanest organization since it started. It always seems that it's been kind of rocky. And the fact that Wilred was onto something, it just seems like Wilred was at the wrong place. I guess he was in the right place at the wrong time. I guess is what it is. But someone murdered him. It's someone in the Crystal Braves. And a bunch of honest-to-God sellswords in the Crystal Braves.
Where's Riol?
Yeah, where is Riol? We don't need him dead. We need him.
I fear for Riol's life.
I do too.
He's like, I'm going to investigate this. He also disappears. And you're like,
oh. Maybe we should have said something.
It didn't seem like a big... We were too focused on the slip and slide.
Damn it. But we have come to the end of the stream. So, if you guys liked this video, please give this a like button because it does help out the video a lot. And if you want to support the series, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bells. That way you'll be notified whenever we do go in streams. That way YouTube will let you know and when we do stuff. So next time will be the finale to A Realm Reborn, and it's going to be, well, let's just say it's something that you don't want to miss. So grab your popcorn next time, grab your favorite juice, grab your favorite plushie because you're gonna need it. So we hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.